Whatever you do, do not go to Hoosier Aba. Hold on. Wrong. Come on. That is way better. What do you think? Huh? That's at least what they told me. Let's rewind. It's presentation time. I always get nervous. Hi there. Today's vlog episode is entirely about change. It's 10:28, heading to Indianapolis. Hoosier Aba. Red eyes make me feel like I time travel. And I love them. It's been a long day. Change. Today's entire episode is dedicated solely to change. Now, we're going to do that in the context of conferences, because I'm here at Hoosier Aba. The saying goes, the only constant thing is change itself. And there's two parts to this I want to talk about today. See, behavior we know is in this constant ebb and flow. It's a very dynamic state. If anyone tells you that it's this, simple, linear, first, next, then, that's not where our field was founded. It's actually a very dynamic, ongoing process in the sense that everything's interacting with everything. It's a quick example: A, B, C. Those A's relate to the B's relate to the C's relate to the A's. They all relate to each other, all right? So there's this constant flux and changing, even with an operant or some sort of behavior that we're looking at, that we're interested in helping somebody out with. But our field itself can sometimes be completely stagnant and not necessarily changing. So today we're going to talk about specifically experiences that came from Hoosier Aba and some cool ways in which they're trying to innovate and change a little bit. Nothing drastically different, but it's very cool to see. We'll also do a quick visit to Indiana University, where Skinner was at for approximately 3 years, looking at the changes that occurred there, and on just a couple practical tips on how you can handle this in your own practice, and more so on your own self-management, and you as a scientist practitioner trying to just help the world and save the world in some sort of way with behavior analysis. So this story starts in Indiana at Hoosier Aba. Welcome to Ryan O's not-so-official guide of Hoosier Aba and conferences and just, my experience, my thoughts on how everything went. So, first of all, it is a single-track event. What that means is everybody is going to experience the same thing. I am partial, I am biased to these. They are amazing. I help organize conferences, and we always make sure that they are single-track because everybody's experiencing the same thing. You can just get further into the discussions, and they're just more intimate, straight up. So when Hoosier Aba reached out and said, hey, we're going to be doing a single track event and we want to do things differently, definitely caught my eye and something that I was interested in. Some of what they did that was different and exciting. The first ever live podcast that Matt Sequoia, the Behavioral Observations podcast, who has been on this channel before, jumped on and he interviewed Matt Normand. Let's just So that happened. It was super exciting, and it's not so typical that you see this. The reason being is you have these organizations that are affiliates of the Association of Behavior Analysis International, typically run as nonprofits with a bunch of bylaws. These are good because it means that things are going to be ordered and structured. You know what to expect, essentially. But the way they kind of revolve with different people coming in. Yes, you don't have like a dictator that's running how these things go, but everybody has to learn essentially the ropes and how these things are going to go. So since nobody has direct ownership of these, it's hard to be risky, try things that are different, and Hoosier Aba was up for the task, and that is what had me super excited. So things like this, and then being totally open to creative endeavors like this video. Now, in addition, what they also had was a consistent theme. It seems like this was kind of planned. Maybe it was totally planned. Maybe not at all. But it was a consistent theme of people talking about behavior analysis plus something else. Maybe that's health and fitness. Maybe that's entrepreneurship. Maybe that was hero rats. Matt Norman talked about the hero rats, which I had slated in my presentation and had to change the day of. But that's good. That's because we're talking about, and they're attracting similar people to talk about things and how to excite people about the field and pushing it into novel directions, while also maintaining some content that is specific to our field and things that are useful for the practitioners in the moment in the industry that we have. So the question becomes, should you go to Hoosier Aba? Well, I don't know, it's up to you. Did I have fun? Would I go again? Heck yeah, like it was a blast. It was an awesome time. Everything was perfect. But you are you with your own ambitions, your own dreams, your own struggles, your own finances to choose what you're gonna do with it. If it's anything like it was this year, I 10 out of 10 recommend that you check it out. But that's my opinion. I'll pass the question off to you, the viewers, and the people that attended. Please in the comments let me know what you liked most, what you didn't like, maybe what could get better, and if you're going to be going next year. Another reason to go is there's some really cool, rich history and behavior analysis all over the place. This one specifically, Skinner himself was at Indiana University. So luckily my buddy David was able to set up and arrange a tour, talk to me about all the fantastic, awesome history that Indiana University has to offer. We went and checked out where his facility was at while he was there, where he'd likely teach, and even his old houses on record, at least there in the city. So there's more than one reason to go check out these events, especially Hoosier Aba, because it's not too far to go check that out.
Fall, I think it was like December of 1944, but in those minutes I seen where the president was trying to desegregate the dorms as early as 1944.
Really?
I mean, I was always trying to stay on the cutting edge of things.
Hoagie Carmichael?
Yeah, okay. So, Hoagie Carmichael was a student back in the early 1900s. And he's famous for a song called Stardust, and probably some other songs as well.
It's Q Stardust.
Yeah. So it's pretty neat though. Oh,
I dream in vain in my heart. It will remain.
Oh, and before I close out, I don't want to get a flurry of emails saying this is unethical because you didn't disclose what it is that's going on here. I don't have anything to disclose. I was invited by them to hang out and speak. I was not invited to make this video, so don't be a bully. That's your Daily BA.
No.